Do you hear a sound? Oh, I bet it's my hard drive. You know what? I'm going to stop these
I thought you were going to say heart for a second.
Your heart and your hard drive are doing Gregorian chants.
If I can hear your heart, you might want to lay down.
Oh my god, no. My friend has the most fucked up party trick because he's had like 2 open heart surgeries. So if the room is like really quiet and he opens his mouth, you can fucking hear his heart.
Wow.
It is the weirdest thing I've ever experienced.
I don't like that.
No, that's no. Creepsville, USA. Population this guy.
Did I just hear the R-wordsville?
No, creep.
Oh, creep. Oh, thank God. Oh.
You know what? Yeah, I did kind of hear it also. So
oh my gosh. Sorry, everybody.
We're just set the record straight.
In your defense, I did kind of hear a little bit too.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm taking off. Still to run. I'm taking off. Still to run. I'm taking off. Still to run. I was trying to drift into space. All I feel is cold. All I want is the power of the night.
Welcome back to Shattered Worlds RPG. I'm your Loremaster, Jeff, and I'm just too gosh darn excited. I need to get into this. Ash.
Hello.
Kristy.
Hello. Gosh darn it.
AJ.
Hi, heckin' darn.
What? Jayme.
Dang nabbit. It's Jayme.
Come on,
Jumping
darn it.
Yeehaw!
Jehoshaphat.
AJ, you're going to have to explain that one.
Heck and darn?
Heck and darn.
They're 2 words in the English language I did not think I would have to explain them on this
I thought
podcast.
it was one intricate phrase that needed to be parsed. Turns out, nope.
Well, you see, when you're in the South, a lot of, multiple words become one word.
Heck
a whole
and darn.
phrase becomes one word. Like fixin' to. Fixin' to do something. It's one word.
Yeah. That floor needs sweeping.
Mm-hmm.
Fixing to do it.
Mm-hmm. It's a good goddarn. Good goddamn.
I feel like we're going to offend some Southern people if we keep going on this one. So I'm just going to keep it moving.
Fair.
I've never been below Northern California, so I really can't chime in here.
I've been to Florida, but that's not South. That's just dumb.
Oh, sorry, Florida.
I had a whole podcast making fun of Florida people. I'm fine.
Oh, it was so amazing. We should do it again just for old times.
Yes.
Okay, last we saw out of character, there was a big ship pointing a gun at the shuttle, the maintenance shuttle. So we could either start there or we could start at the battle. What do you guys think?
Where would you like to start? Loremaster.
Well, gosh.
No one has ever asked me that before.
There's such attractive options. I can't tell.
He just starts crying.
This is the best day of my life.
Somebody wanted my opinion.
All right, so the big ship shoots the shuttle and it explodes. Sorry.
Were we in the shuttle?
I just paid attention to you, Jeff.
Okay, let's start at the shuttle. Immediately, the sensors go haywire, and you see clear indications. I believe you're still at or near the auxiliary flight controls, and you can see that the nearest ship is targeting you. It's painting you with a scope. Painting you with a laser? I don't know. It's lighting up your sensors.
So, you said that the airlock door had been shut? Or is it still open?
Right, the door to the cabin is shut. That's why you were able to decompress the outer airlock door without killing the ship.
I assume Keziah would be able to tell if this shuttle is capable of, like, doing any kind of evasive maneuvers or speeding up.
Oh,
or
yes.
Does it have thrusters or anything like that?
The ship appears to have attached itself to the habitat, so theoretically, if you spun around it, you might avoid some of its weaponry. Alternatively, you could open the hatch and go inside the habitat, which, if not obscure their targeting, at least disrupt any weapons fire somewhat.
Okay. Gale was working on opening the hatch. Did she actually get it open?
I made one roll and it didn't go well.
Oh, that was to make it go faster. It only takes 2 rounds, so it's opening now.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's opening, and it's just agonizing while you wait. Also, simultaneously, Gale has shot the wall with ice, which is iced over the bomb.
Did that defuse the bomb, or did it just kind of stop it?
You're not a bombsman. You don't know. Maybe there's a spell to figure out which.
Certainly not one in my repertoire, so...
Yeah, I think that'd be divination.
I don't have that yet. I'm back for season 7.
You could pray to some holy deity and use the holy power to get advice. But that would take a little while.
Gale believes in anything
No.
like that.
Okay.
Magic, sure. Weird man in the sky, not really.
As far as I can tell, Gale, we have 2 options. I can either try to go through the hatch, which is not open all the way yet, or I can let you out the back and try to take care of myself.
Okay, well that's... You're coming with me. You're coming with me for sure. You know this, yes? Okay, so we're gonna... let me see if would I be able to, like, help the door along if I kind of, like, reached a hand back and wind blasted it? Or is it more of a hydraulic thing?
There's no air in space.
There's wind and magic.
Fuck. You
Magic
are right
space
there. I would say that exterior hatches into space would be extremely well made.
That's
and have
fair.
multiple redundancies.
See, that was the thing I was thinking I would come up against, and not the magic part.
I think it would have to be a huge explosion or something wedged in there, like something immovable.
If
Say.
I were to do a blast on it, because I do have one that just says blast.
I have an idea. You see a manual control panel like a meter away from the one corner of the door. And that's the kind of thing that you'd like yank it up and turn it. There's a chance that if you blow it up, it might. But it's more likely that it would make it shut automatically because it goes into space.
Or would it just break the mechanism entirely and
Right, which also wouldn't help you go any faster.
or would it maybe loosen up those hinges?
And I think if you blasted the area in that's already open, it probably wouldn't push the door any farther.
Yeah. I'm thinking like aim a hand at door and blast it in.
It's worth a shot.
Real quick, would either of them know anything about just like general science-y kind of knowledge about targeting systems and like
Well, yeah, you're a
anything,
pilot,
Gale?
so you would have that down.
You have brainworm. You know everything.
Well, is there anything Gale could make like a flare or something that would mess up their targeting systems temporarily?
The stuff she makes takes a while to make. It's not something she could just
But
slap
if I were
together.
to shoot a missile kind of thing into the sky,
Right.
maybe have like a little smoke come off of it.
Yeah, like that kind of like something sparkly in front of us that would mess up their targeting or
Oh,
know,
shit. So
something mirrory.
for that to work, you'd have to stay in position because any movement. Well, you could get close to the hatch and then do it because then you're not really
Is there a
moving
way
very
to be
far.
outside of the ship that isn't through the hatch?
Like I said, you could try to swoop around it to try to avoid most of its weapons.
Mhm.
There are spaces between habitats, but they just kind of go down and they're joined with a little glass roof over the walkways between habitats. Theoretically, you could crash through that.
But they have line of sight on us, like in the shuttle, right?
Yeah, it's going to be really hard to get out of their line of sight other than through the hatch.
If Keziah tucked up underneath them, would that be too far away for her to zip down into the hatch and as soon as it opened? All
Oh,
the way?
no, they're quite a ways away. They're like, I don't know, 1,000 feet away,
Mhm.
whereas the hatch is right below you. Like,
Gotcha.
What
you're
I
like
was
60 feet
suggesting
up.
is if Gale, because we're wearing the suits, right? If
Mhm.
Gale goes out to the airlock and does not a space walk so much as a space hand out the window.
Yes. So you'd open the interior door. You'd need some like a cable attached to a chair or something, and just step into view, and she'd line up the opening just right so you could get a good look. And yeah, you do a sonic
I see like a
light show
handle
type thing.
on one of the doors, and I kind of like tie a rope around that and just kind of like as much as I can get out and get right into view of the ship. And I would like to at that point cast a missile with maybe like a little like glittery trail coming off of it.
Cool. All right. So you're gonna have emergency spacesuits,
Mm-hmm.
so you should be fine there. If you put a force field in front of Gale,
Mhm.
it would keep the oxygen from being sucked out.
Okay.
if you want. It's
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah.
okay.
I don't know. Maybe that brain worm will protect you and your lungs and your very good body.
So you're like watching the controls, and you look over your shoulder, and you're like, "Phew," and yep, the force field appears. Gale overrides the safety sensor and opens the door. Immediately gets sucked towards the gap, and then you see the ship like right in front of you, and it's got I'm gonna say your Virtua goggles zoom in, and it's got two massive cannons on either side of the nose, and they are clearly armed. And so what are you thinking this missile will do? Just make them think a missile's coming at them?
I just want to fuck with their sensors and make them maybe take, like Kristy said, take their attention off of us and like put it somewhere else.
Okay, so you're spoofing the shuttle's kind of
Yeah.
signature or whatever. Okay.
So like maybe even probably have it appear a few yards away if possible.
Yeah, sure.
So it's kind of like when you have like the cameras that are in cars now, you know, that give you like the automatic detection stuff. And maybe there's like, I don't know, a bag or something on the road, and it gives you the collision detection thing, but obviously if you run over the like plastic bag, it's not going to do anything to your car. You know?
Gotcha.
There's
Perfect.
something in the lane next to you.
Right. Yes, piece of trash. Thanks.
So all of a sudden they'll see two shuttle signatures, and one is advancing towards them, so they probably pick that as a target.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you need
I
me
won't
to
make
roll
you
for
roll
that?
for this unless you want to go for the big money.
Oh, unless I'm like actually hitting them?
No, I mean unless you want to roll and see what happens.
I mean, I do kind of want to see if this works. I
Okay.
want to leave that one to the dice.
Do it.
This is missile. I'm using missile, which is also offensive in wind. Okay, so yeah, no, I'll use an action point on that. So I rolled a 3, but I have +2 in the spell, and it's my wind stat, so 3 + 2 + 13 is 18. I'm gonna throw an action point on it and make it 23.
Yes, it's an extraordinary success.
Woohoo!
It goes up out of view, and you hear it sparkling and cracking. Kristy, you see an exact sensor signal of the shuttle like float up about 20 meters and advance towards the ship. The hatch is wide enough now you could probably get in.
Okay. She's gonna like go as fast as probably
yeah.
slightly unsafe.
Punch it. All right, give me a roll. This is would this be a wind
Pilot?
check or a light check? Like,
Well, she's got pilot, so would it
Yeah.
be that?
I think it's light, unless it's old school controls, like where you gotta yank on it.
Oh God, I'm realizing now I'm probably gonna have to roll to get back into the ship.
No, you're not
Oh.
out of it. You're just kind of halfway through the airlock.
Okay, all right.
So you're probably, while she's doing this, you're pulling yourself back in and shutting the door.
7 + 16 is 23. Is that right?
Oh, and you're holding a force field, so it'll be -3. So you
Okay,
got a
it's
20. Okay, and that'll cost you some mana to double things up. So kick off 2 mana there. Do you have mana with the cyber tech thing?
I don't know. I never actually decided. I mean, I put it on the character character dish sheet. I
Uh-huh.
put it on the character sheet. But we never decided if I actually had to spend
Yeah,
it or
like
not.
I could do separate power cells for that kind of equipment. We'll figure that out another
Okay.
time. Kick off 2 points of your mana. We'll say that's what that is. And yeah, you slide that shuttle right through that gap, and now you hear the klaxons going, and you see a wild scene in front of you. And you assume, with the alarms going, that the hatch will close now per safety regulations, unless the bad guys have done something to it. Let's see what's going on with this bomb. So far, so good. You see 2 giant green balls like appear at the ship and then appear over your head, just filling this massive, basically all you can see through the hatch, like all of that is just a green pulse, and little bits of like sparkly light come through, falling off the hatch as little bits of, I don't know, whatever plasma is cools. So you're looking down, you're driving straight into an ocean, and on either side, like a mile apart or whatever, are the walls that are flickering. They're supposed to be like sky, and instead it's like they're starting to break, with the crisis power being diverted. They're starting to like just turn back into black diamond like fabric or whatever they are. And you see over there that big ship coming down through the middle of the habitat and landing, and its grabber arm tearing at the infrastructure to like pull it apart.
It's fine.
I should have just hit it.
Oh, and below you is a floating island. It's not quite below you. It's like off to the left a little bit, but it's like this island that is rising up out of the water, and like water is just pouring off the sides. And at the same time, the ocean is going nuts. Like the sides are climbing up the side of the dome or the habitat, and then like the waves are shooting up real high.
God damn it, I'm having flashbacks to Magic Land.
And robotic birds are just flying out the hatch now. It's crazy. Ash and Jayme, you're in a fight. It's a big one. The Skyblades and Zed are engaging the guards. And Crunch, you're hiding under a table with Dr. Frentz. And Alecto, you've just knocked out one guy and sent another flying off the side of the island. I guess we should roll initiative. Or do we have initiative?
Yeah,
oh, we have an initiative going. And it looks like we're back to the top of the order with Ondashar.
You're muted, Ash. You were saying something.
Well, the moment's passed.
Oh,
What's your impression of all this wildness? You weren't here last time.
Well, rock and roll. This is what Alecto lives for. Punching people.
Hell yeah. There are like walkways leading up off the island at various points, and you see on other islands like other versions of the Emperor are like collapsing and like clutching their throats. They've clearly all been poisoned, and these guys with guns are they were trying to kill the Emperor, and now they're probably gonna move on to the rest he is. Ondashar, realizing that the Emperor is safe, he says, "Retreat! The Emperor's escape hatch. It's open for now." And he opens fire on a free baddie. Hits them both. Okay, that guy's still alive. I think 11 plus. Yeah, his force field winks out, and he takes a blast of plasma on one arm. Next are the Skyblades. They are in melee. They're trying to... I think they will grapple. Crunch and Alecto, are you going to talk to each other?
Well, pretty far away from Crunch, where Crunch is hiding. So I think on my turn, I plan on heading his direction.
Okay.
But in the meantime, I'm just like, doing the thing the martial arts do, they bounce on the balls of their feet,
Hell yeah.
do the Bruce Lee thing,
Hell
making the
yeah.
muscles crack.
I'm just now realizing on the map, are these gentlemen here the ones not in anything, the guys that we yeeted?
Yes. Oh shit, they were just real close to a giant explosion. We'll have to find out how they did.
Oh, whoops.
So one Skyblade shoots up into the air, and I guess he did it last round too. But anyway, he flies up in the air and comes straight down at this guy with his sword out. And let's see if he cleaves him in twain. He cuts out his force field. And the next one. So he is grappled. And the last one. That guy's dead. And that's it for the Skyblades. Lady Ashai is blowing guys' heads up with fire. So she's going to do that. That does a shit ton of damage. And his force field was already knocked out, so he is down. And now it's Alecto's turn.
Okay. Alecto will cross the room to where Crunch is hiding. And well, there's a dead guy there now. So
Yeah, this would be Crunch right here.
Yeah.
My clicker's not doing anything, but you get the idea.
yeah, that's Crunch. So yeah, I'll just move as far as I can for this turn.
Okay, yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35. Yeah. We'll say you can get here if you want.
All right.
Or,
yeah.
oh, you want it to be close to Crunch. That's right.
Yeah. So I'm just going to sprint across the room and then kind of just hover over here and protect my boy.
Okay, so you're next to Lady Ashai, and so this guy, he's got like these green robes, like some of it's snake skin. He's got a like creepy green hood, and his entire face is just a silver oval mirrored thing, and he's just standing there looking totally nonplussed, like this kind of shit happens all the time.
Well, good. He needs an eye kept on him. So that's why I'm there.
Okay, good deal. Ashai says, "Get in the hole! Come on!" Keziah, we did her for now. Gale. Zed, what's Zed gonna do? Zed does not. Oh, Zed yanks one of the assault rifles off of that guy and takes a shot up here. Oh, his gun jams. Fuck! He's banging on it. Crunch, it's your turn.
I'm going to cower. There's a good deal of like wailing. Like, save me! Oh,
Ashai
Would
goes,
he hear me?
"Get in the
Everyone's gonna be,
goddamn hole!"
yeah, that sounds like a plan. So I still have the was it data pad? I forget
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
deal. Okay,
The
I got that like tucked
contract.
in my shirt. Yeah, protecting the contract. I guess I'll scamper over to the hole and try to
I
escape.
mean, you have enough
This-
move. You can crawl over. And but anyway, you get to it. And Ondashar is like waving you down.
I did it.
Are you going to go in?
Yeah, and I'll wave at Alecto.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just be, let them all kill each other. It's fine. We're done here.
Well, you are the diplomat. I suppose you would know best.
That baddie tries to stab Skyblade, which is a silly thing to do. This one tries to get ungrappled. Does not make it. This one steps back and shoots, but dude gets a opportunity attack. Oh, he is savagely beheaded as he tries to step back and shoot. Not quite beheaded. Let's find out.
Natural one.
No, but his force field crackles and winks out. Let's see. The other one was unable to get ungrappled, so he's out of the fight. On to Shar. He shouts at Junzel and Zed to hurry up and come with. Zed nods and Junzel hobbles over. Doesn't quite make it into the hole. Or I guess going in the hole is movement. So yeah, he goes down the hole. Ondashar takes a shot at this guy. Oh my god. Just blows his head into a green mist and he tumbles off the side. That's it for Ondashar. The Skyblades, this one is going to try to choke out his enemy. His enemy passes out. Let's see here. Are there any goons left? Do you guys see any loose goons?
Nope.
Okay. So now you hear a bunch of boots marching, and from every island you see goons coming into view. And they also have assault rifles. They're wearing the same red outfits. And Zed goes, "Oh, fuck!" and runs and jumps in the hole. And now we're basically out of initiative unless you guys want to stay and fight. There's at least 20 in view at this point.
I think the consensus was to let them kill each other.
Yeah, I was gonna just follow Crunch. And
Okay. You jump down the hole. Lady Ashai creates this like fire pillar up around all of you. And you hear all sorts of shooting and stuff. And Frentz jumps in the hole. Who's left? The mysterious stranger. And he waves politely as Lady Ashai jumps in the hole. And yeah, now everybody's in the hole. Let's go back to the shuttle. The island is shaking now, like it's having an earthquake. And all of a sudden the island disappears and this giant silver sphere is there as well, but it's like reflecting all the carnage up above that's happening. Pieces of the roof are coming down. And it seems to be like powering up, or it's like doing something. Its ramp has come back, it slides into its opening, and then door kind of morphs closed like it's a skin. And yeah, so the ocean's going nuts. This big island turned into a sphere.
Oh, wonderful. I thought we were leaving the bad situation. Here we go.
And your sensors say this is the sanctuary sphere. It's the Imperial, like, it's the Emperor's spaceship, basically. It's like Air Force One.
So we didn't see all the stuff that just happened with them jumping down the hole or anything.
No, that's inside the sphere.
Okay.
No hole for us.
Now, you're probably close enough, like, or you could get close, like if you swung around the sphere, you could probably be close enough to teleport to the other beacon that Ondashar is holding.
So would we know which direction from here that would be in?
You have enough range that it could go through the sphere. You don't know exactly where in the sphere, but yeah, you'd be close enough if you park the sphere or the shuttle next to it.
Okay.
All right, we need to get over there.
Okay. How about Keziah tries to bring us in range? And can Gale try to get Ondashar on comms? Find out.
Sure. Wait. We have comms, right?
You're gonna find out. So you're like, you tap the oak leaf badge and you hit the ship to ship communications, and it's just like a yellow void. There's some scanning on multiple frequencies. I mean, jamming.
I think whatever those Borak people did, the traders, whatever they did, they jammed any communication signals throughout the entire sphere.
So you come in close, and the sphere is starting to rise, and it starts to vibrate weirdly, as if the whole thing is powering to do something weird. But you are now close enough. If you want to teleport, you can try it.
Hey, Keziah, don't make this weird. Hold my hand.
What would be strange about that?
Just do it.
Fine. Your hand is cold. Perhaps you need better circulation.
We'll work on that later. I hit a button on the beacon.
Okay. Swoosh. Some really weird feelings happen. It's a weird vibe. There's colors and shapes.
There's a mist that comes out of the beacon and kind of like surrounds us, and we kind of just dissolve in the mist and move in the direction of the other beacon.
Cool. So you see stuff, like you go through this wild scene of there were soldiers down in boats that are starting to float up out of their ships. The gravity must be affected. And then you go through the sphere and you see some girders or whatever. And then, boom, you appear amidst this chaotic scene. You're on this island with flowers and beautiful furniture and dozens of armed goons starting to converge on the area. Some of them are sighting, others are running down the paths towards you. And you see Ondashar and the Skyblades are like coming in to and well, Lady what's her name? Lady Ashai lifts up her hands and the wall of fire comes up and the Skyblades run in under it and roll, and then fire goes down. She's like, I can't hold this forever. And Ondashar looks in like stunned amazement as the two of you tumble around to either side of him, and you see this throne is kind of tilted back and slid back, and there's this hole with this like padded tube, and Ondashar just waves you in.
Oh my God, I can't believe that worked. Oh God. Oh.
Lady Ashai just kicks you.
Should I be rolling initiative?
Oh, she's too good. Boom, you weren't expecting it. You go down headfirst into the tube.
I accept that, but I meant there's a lot of people here. Should I be rolling initiative?
Well, you're going into the escape tube, so I'm just basically railroading you all in.
Okay. Space tube, perfect. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Lady Ashai jumps in after you, and then the Skyblades. Or I guess she'll be the last one in. And Crunch, you pop out into this white domed chamber with all this like fancy seating and comm consoles and things. This tech is like fancier than you've even seen in the Comet Seeker. Like, I don't know. Let your mind dance around. There's beautiful artwork on the walls. Like it's where the Emperor would go to like relax, but in a crisis. Anyway, you tumble onto these like pillows and roll off to one side, and the Emperor's like climbed up into a couch and is like tapping on keyboard.
By the way, I just have to say, a place you go to relax during a crisis, that's a real Emperor move.
Yeah.
I was thinking I want one of those.
Right?
I love that he has
Papa
a golf
Junzel.
course.
Papa Junzel bounces off some pillows and rolls, and Zed drops and jumps to his feet, looks up, sees somebody else coming, and dives out of the way. Checks on his dad or his grandpa. And, or no, he's not his grandpa. That's another guy. Doesn't matter. He goes and checks on him. The Emperor looks back at you, Crunch, and he's like, how many more are we expecting? And you see he's hovering his finger over the, like, close the hatch button.
I'm like, just one more minute. Just a couple more brave
Okay,
guardians
All
coming
these,
down. Yeah.
All these Skyblades come down. Alecto comes down. And finally, Lady Ashai comes down, and she floats down from the tube and, like, puts out her gloved hands, and there's, like, steam coming off them. And she's, like, slightly out of breath, so she's heaving a little bit, and her hair just, like, tumbles gloriously. And she alights down to one foot and then stands daintily, and she says, you can close it now. And the Emperor closes the hatch.
Just a small detail to add. Crunch was also slightly out of breath and heaving a little.
You don't say. You barely did any work. Come on now.
Did you see how far I had to crawl? I'm winded.
Oh, man. And then Gale and
Keziah.
Keziah are there. You don't know how they got here.
Hi, everybody. How's the deal?
The hatch closes.
Oh, bye. No, I'm not.
Hiya, Gale. Hiya, Keziah.
Hi, Alecto.
I take it didn't go well.
I don't think it did either.
Oh, was the slide not good?
Oh, not the slide. The deal. The whole reason we were here.
Yeah, but I thought
slide
the
was
slide
awesome.
was a fun thing.
The slide was pretty
deal not
awesome.
going well.
Yeah, I don't think the deal went very well. I mean, that was kind of obvious with all the corpses and all.
I mean, we had someone shoot at us randomly. I figured the same thing happened there. I didn't know how that was bearing on the deal.
Well, you'll have to talk
Okay,
to
as at the
Crutch.
mention of the deal, the Emperor says, "Well, I wasn't expecting additional visitors.
Oh, hello.
Care to introduce yourselves?" And Andashar is like, "Oh, Your Majesty, forgive me. This is His Imperial Highness, Aram II of the Great Euphrates Empire. You may kneel and greet the Emperor."
Oh, right. Okay, yep. And I get down. I kneel.
Keziah.
Okay.
The Emperor just kind of waves one bejeweled hand in your direction, and you think that means you can stand up.
I have not caught that social cue whatsoever.
Andashar does a little like upwards wave for you to stand. The Skyblades have all run to different consoles and are like doing some stuff, and your oak leaf pins start pinging.
Oh, I was going to warn you that we were coming, but the oak leaf pins weren't working, but I guess they are now.
It's Beza and Zora who have run with the soldiers, and they're right outside engineering, and they're thinking they're going to have to rush in and retake it from the bad guys.
What is fuck? What is happening?
Big ship outside. Big ship outside. Gonna rip the sphere apart.
Looks like already happened.
So
What-
you see on the screens the ship has indeed broken through the top of the habitat, and water is just pouring up past it, and then its guns start to lower and point in your general direction.
Well, we tried to distract it. That didn't work, I guess.
we have a way out of here? So I'm hoping someone says yes.
Good question. Your daddy?
The Emperor says, "As long as I still have access to the engines." And he pushes a button, and the whole thing starts to shake, and you see like on the screen the wall seems to like dematerialize, and you see just this massive like corridor stretching through the rest of the sphere, and it is propelled. Oh, he says, "You might want to sit down." And then the whole thing just goes down this hole like a marble, shooting down a chute.
They left behind Lone Wolf Singularity?
Oh, no. That's going to be the big bad. That's going to be the big bad next season.
Well, also Beza and Zora are stuck on that thing.
Oh shit. No. Oh dear. Oh no.
The Emperor says, I'm sure your friends will successfully retake the ship. But until then... And he pilots the little sphere through an escape hatch. And water follows you up as you go out. And you shoot out into space. And you see the big ship shooting the sanctuary ship. And like its shields sparking and peeling away. So you see these screens and they're showing you different sensor readings and different views. And you've got one view of your shuttle just sort of drifting around the sanctuary sphere. And when these shots hit the sphere, the shuttle just sort of boings away and eventually hits the side of the habitat and gets all busted up. Yeah, now you're just shooting through space, and he is like, the Emperor's doing some shit. You're not sure what he's doing, but he's like tapping different buttons and pulling up hollows, and it all looks pretty fascinating.
I feel like I'm just like entirely too close to him, just being like, what? Ooh, what's this do? Ooh.
Yes, Ms. Zauber.
Oh, yeah, your royalness.
As far as I know, you were not to be a part of our negotiations.
I wasn't.
Care to explain?
I think I was just supposed to wait outside.
And what changed your mind?
The big ship at the very top of the sphere that looked dangerous and bad.
Ah, you would mean the ship currently targeting us with a torpedo.
Yes, that one, definitely. If there's something I can do in here, I would love to, but out there was very scary.
Most of it's automated, electronic countermeasures, and you see all these lights going off, and you see this torpedo explode half a mile away or whatever.
Wow. Ooh, I haven't seen anything this advanced in very long.
Oh yes, we should be perfectly fine here. Let me move into a corkscrew pattern. Boop. And now you're getting a shot of the whole asteroid and the Stoneflower Station, and you're slowly circling around it. And then you see 3 fast fighters moving towards you from distant space. Oh, and the planet of Devarikar is below you. And he goes, oh, shit.
Battle stations?
Ondashar jumps into a weapons seat and points at the other one.
I'm going right for it.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? Alecto? Crunch?
Are there more?
Yeah. What do you want to do aboard ship? Is it like, what else is there besides weapons? There's sensors,
Shields.
shields. Yeah, somebody could keep an eye on the shields.
I'm trying to think what's the least critical position for Crunch to occupy.
That would probably be comms.
Yeah. Oh, I'm good at
Oh
comms.
no. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh God. Oh no.
So you sit down in comms and he says, oh, who are you trying to reach, Ambassador?
I was going to send out perhaps a distress signal. Surely there's someone we can contact at reinforcements.
Yes, they should be able to collect our fragments quite easily, given time.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Did you say fragments?
Ah, yes, we'll almost certainly all be killed, unless they wish to take us prisoner.
I'm not a fan of that.
Okay, the fighters split off into a triangle pattern and then loose a couple missiles and start to pull away. And so, who's on countermeasures?
Is countermeasures fight?
Would that be Gale? That it's electronic. It's like hacking. Oh, Keziah is good at that kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll do a hacking roll.
$18 plus 8 is 20.
Yeah.
6. So yeah, you managed to divert half of the missiles, so that leaves 3. Somebody could shoot one down with the point defense cannons.
That'll be me.
Okay. So you got any sort of ship's weaponry adjacent skills?
I mean, I don't know. I just went to the seat he told me to go to.
Ondashar helps you. He's like, yes, number 3, drop down menu. Let's see here. Point defense cannons. You'll want 50%, and then just hit automate.
Why not 100%?
Well, because you'll be taking care of 2 missiles. The Emperor,
fair.
I assume, will dodge the 3rd.
Okay. And so I do all the stuff. I hit 50% and aim there and hit automate and
Light check -2 because you don't have the skill, but he gives you a +4, so it'll be +2 altogether.
straight up down light.
Yeah.
Damn it. That'll be a big old dirty 20.
Hell yeah. So your lasers go and cut through their stabilizer fins, and they go flying off in different directions.
Hell yeah.
And the Emperor will attempt to dodge. He does. So there's 1 missile left, but he's dodging it. Does anybody else have any ideas for how to get that last missile?
Throw Alecto out the hatch and then she'll
Yes.
punch it. She'll just punch the missile.
Yes.
Oh God, Titan Punch returns. Colossal Punch, that's what it was.
Punch a missile. Oh man.
I was going to ask if this ship had like a robot jocks option.
She's already punched a spaceship. A missile is nothing.
Yes.
So what you're asking for, Crunch, is a sort of rig that Alecto could put on that would then
Yes.
create punches.
Yeah. Yeah. Or even like a remote like mech Alecto to like remotely punch them from inside the ship.
Drone Alecto.
Can we get a
Yeah.
real quick Pacific Rim up in here?
Yes.
The Emperor's like, oh, you wanted the kaiju function. Here you go.
If the Emperor knows the word kaiju.
So what it would be is you'd pilot a drone into the missile and try to blow it up.
Okay. I'll try that.
So it'll just be a light check -2. I can't imagine you have any applicable skills.
I do not. Unless I want to write haikus at it.
Yeah. Rock'em sock'em Alecto.
I rolled a 19. Dirty 19.
19. If you use an action point, you can
Yeah,
do it.
sure. Why not?
Okay. So outside of the sphere, a little circle pops up and a little white drone flies out and like zooms in on the missile and clips it in the back, blows up, and the missile goes harmlessly off in another direction. And the Emperor says, well, that ought to save about 6 seconds. And he's flying under the what do you call it? Under the station, trying to put it between him and the fighters, but they're coming in from 3 different directions. So He doesn't really have any options. What about y'all? I'm open to suggestions.
I need to look at my spells and see if anything is there that I can do. I do not think so. Unless I can I banish the missile?
Banish the missile. No, it's not a malevolent spirit.
Oh man. Can I compel it to go the other way?
Oh, surely. There aren't any missiles, but if those ships get any closer, they could hit you with their plasma cannons. Or I guess short-range rockets. All kinds of stuff, depending on their ordnance.
Ooh. I got nothing for this.
I mean, I guess Keziah could temporarily boost the shields with her shield? I don't know. I don't know if that would even work.
Is it within 30 feet? I don't think you'd be able to get through the skin of the sphere. So he could go into a docking bay, but it would put a lot of people in danger. He could try to go, like, spin around the space elevator, try to distract them that way.
Oh, distraction. Will this work again?
Your thing only works if he's relatively stationary. I feel like I need to read out Ash's brilliant haiku for the listener.
Oh, I haven't even seen it yet.
Radioactive lizard of enormous height breathes atomic fire.
What a kaiju haiku.
That's right.
It is beautiful.
So yeah, the Emperor's going to do his corkscrew move unless you guys can think of something better.
What exactly is around us?
So it's like how do I put it? If the top of the flower is the habitats and the little stemmy part underneath that is the docking bays, and then it tapers down to the stem basically, which is the space elevator.
Mm-hmm.
And then go down the space elevator a quarter mile or so, and then you're at the Boginium asteroid, which you could do all kinds of fancy maneuvers and stuff, but any stray missiles might blow up the habitats there. There's fewer civilians down there.
We're outside that, though, right? We're not inside it?
Yeah, you'd have to blast through the dome, or you could probably fit inside one of the train tunnels if you came down through the ceiling, or just dodging around things Star Wars style.
Just clarify for me, are these little ships coming to attack us, or are they coming to attack something behind us?
No, they're coming to attack you.
Is there a way that we can boost shield very big?
Like how big?
Big enough to fend off that one attack until we can retaliate?
You don't know what kind of weapons we have here, but yeah.
You said that like you were going to take me on a magical tour of all these wonderful weapons they have. You don't know what kind of weapons we have yet.
You could try to look for some. Yeah, you pull up the menu again, and he says, those are drone mines. You could send out a spray of micro rockets. You could combine the point defense lasers into a large phaser blast. You could detach sections of the rear wall that expand into a sort of Claymore mine type thing, if you can picture.
Is there a function I can choose that will target the ships and launch just kind of like a sticky bomb to them? Kind of like Mega Man-esque?
Like, where would you want to stick them to something else?
Like, I would love if I could fire a ship gun at the at one of the ships and just kind of have like a sticky, like a small bomb that sticks to the ship.
Like a magnetized bomb.
Yes.
A magnetized bomb. Yeah, you'd just magnetize the hull of a drone and send it in there. The yield's not that high, though. Should be enough to pierce a fighter's skin, though.
I'll go for that.
Those fighters have shields, though. It'd just bounce off.
Well, then I'm stuck. Let's just do the corkscrew.
Well, you could do that. It ain't gonna do nothing, but you could do it.
You could disrupt their
Sorry, Ash.
shields.
What were you gonna
Keziah
say?
could disrupt their shields right before you send in the drone.
What were you gonna say, Ash?
I was gonna say we could try asking them what they want. We tried talking to them.
Oh,
The Emperor bursts out laughing.
Well, it's been a great podcast, everybody.
isn't it? We can just teleport Alecto onto their ship. and
Sorry,
they
one a
get
day.
punched.
And it only connects her and the beacon, which Ondashar has. Now, if you threw Ondashar at one of those fighters,
I'm sorry. I think you are mourning the loss of Missile. Absolutely no one here is that.
okay, he starts doing the corkscrew move around the space elevator. Everybody, give me a water check to hold in your lunch.
Oh, well,
This is
fuck
a real
me.
nasty maneuver.
Ooh, wait, but I also have Infatigable, so.
So that'd be a 10 total on that. Me not puking
That's
on
enough.
the Emperor roll. We'll get good.
Oh, good, because I also has 10.
I got a
I got
13.
two.
I'm sweating.
Hell yeah, you guys are all fine. I'll say one of the Skyblades pukes, and everybody looks at him with like disgust.
Party foul.
So, yep. Oh, Dr. Frentz is there too. Papa Junzel pukes, but the rest of them are fine. And it's now that Frentz says, hey, where's Gladius?
Who's Gladius? Was he with you?
Oh, he's this agent of the Serpentine Shroud. Who are you?
Oh, hi, my name's Gale. How are you doing?
Oh, hi. He's like a blinky little balding guy with glasses and in a regular old business suit. And he shakes your hand.
So, serpent people, were they the ones that, no, because those are the Voroks. Unless they were a Vorok. I don't know. Was he a traitor?
Traitor? I don't know if traitor's the right word. Papa Junzel like goes, he's like mid puke and he's like, Frentz, you idiot! Did he sell us out to the goons? And Frentz is like, well, how should I know? I'm on your side, Junzel. Relax. So they're having a little bicker fest.
Well, I've started
Ooh.
a fight on the ship now.
Can Keziah quickly hit the puking people with like some Zofran or something?
You
Like,
could, but then
stop.
you wouldn't be able to do countermeasures against the. Oh, you're trying to hack the guy's shields, right?
Oh, I guess. Am I? Sure. Yeah.
I thought that was when we were trying to do the mind thing, and I didn't think we were doing that anymore.
Oh, yeah. I thought since you started to do the corkscrew thing, we weren't doing that.
You still could, but it would be a little harder since you're spinning around.
Since we're spinning around. It's up to you, Gale. Do you still want to do it? It's your idea.
I mean, I could. It's worth a shot, I guess.
No.
Ondashar gives you a thumbs up. We can do this.
All right, so how many rolls is this?
Hacking's a 24.
A 24. Okay, the shields are down. You launch the mine. It's just a light check, -2, but +4 because Ondashar, so +2.
Okay, so that's a 22.
Okay, let's see if this fighter can twig. He does not. Yeah, the shields wink out, and he starts to pull out of his dive, and the mine just goes bloop, pops, sticks to his nose underneath. Are you just gonna leave it there armed, or are you gonna trigger it?
Is he currently flying at us still?
He's like pulling away. Oh, and the other two are just like carving up the space elevator with their lasers, just missing the shuttle as it like swirls down.
Is the mine one far enough away that it will affect us if I hit the trigger?
Yes.
I hit the trigger.
Okay.
I think Crunch should send out like an evil little laugh over the comms first.
Yes. Actually, that's a good idea. So how about right after it explodes, would it be possible for me to send like, I don't know, like an open comms, like just yelling at them over the radio, basically? I would like to
Sure.
try to deceive and say that they are all wired to detonate and to
There you
back
go.
off unless they all
Nice.
want to wind up like their friend.
Okay. You notice that the guy ejected right before the ship blew up. You don't know how he managed to do it. But yeah, he's jettisoning off under the asteroid. These other two guys do not answer you. And the Emperor's like, "Good idea, Crunch."
Oh, yes, I thought of that.
They are still jamming our comms, though.
That's terribly
Oh.
rude, and I'm pretty sure against some kind of galactic war crimes kind of a situation. We're definitely going to have to write them up after this.
Keziah, can you do something about that?
Sure.
So you're gonna hack the jamming signal.
Jesus. It's a 10.
Oh,
Yes.
Hell yeah!
And that's a 2, so 12 plus 18 is a 30.
Yes, perfect. So the jamming is suspended. Crunch, you have the floor.
okay. Yeah. So so they didn't hear me the first time I tried that, right?
As far as you know.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, no, I'll try it again. I'm going to be like, unless you all want to wind up like your friend, back off. You're all wired to blow. I've got the detonator right here.
Okay, I'm gonna need a lying check.
Okay.
This would be a fire check.
So I've got 2 ranks of deceive.
Ooh, hell yeah! So you get +6.
Okay.
Because I put a little like reverb in there and stuff to make his
Yeah.
voice sound
Yep.
even more sinister.
Nice. You don't want like an unmodified Crunch voice threatening you. It's just not going to work. No.
So you need to beat a 22.
Oh, I lost my dice. Kristy, could you roll for me? It's gone. I don't know.
Oh no! Are you serious?
Yeah, it went like under my bookshelf. I'll have to get it after the game.
Alright, it's a 7.
Okay.
Yeah, you're +6 plus your fire. I'm sure you got it.
Yeah, I've got 10 fire, and if necessary, I'll use an action point.
Perfect. No, you nailed it. You hear some chatter on some encrypted channel, and then they both break off and fly out of view around the edge of the station. And that, as you, he's like, the Emperor's like, well done, and he starts flying along the edge of the asteroid over one of the train tracks, stretching across the outside of the asteroid.
French says, good job, because I am making my already intimidating voice sound slightly more intimidating.
Of course.
Alecto, you notice on one of the there's different views of space from different cameras, and you notice the one just like above you. You see that huge spaceship coming into view.
Oh no.
And in front of it is this sanctuary sphere jetting off in another direction, or sort of, it's got a rendezvous course with you guys further along the edge of the asteroid. But below that, this thing is just looming down into view. And with the weapons it has, if it chooses to target the shuttle, it will end you.
We need to find some place to hide.
The Emperor says, "Where do you recommend?"
Oh.
Yeah, I thought inside the ship was a good hiding spot.
Yeah, we could hide inside the station. We could go to the planet below us. We can, I don't know.
Yeah,
go
you see
lots of
like the
places.
edge of the asteroid just whipping by you. You see a I don't know, a safety exit area, like where a ship lands and can access the train tunnel if there's I don't know, what happens to trains if there's a derailment. So you could theoretically park there and escape down into the train tunnel. I don't think any of you have insider knowledge on other options.
I think Crunch can ask you.
I believe
Oh.
if he gained a little bit of insight.
Oh, what's that? What's that? Yes, it looks like once per encounter I can ask the GM one question. Oh, no, something like, what would be the best way for us to skedaddle out of sight? Perhaps?
Buckle your asses, listeners. We're learning this fucking game.
So if it's general, the answer is less effective than if you narrow it down.
Okay.
Like something related to the asteroid.
Team huddle.
Like,
How far can this vehicle travel?
it can make hyperspace jumps. It has to get up to speed. So I guess the Emperor would say we need about 10 minutes of ramp up before we can escape completely. So that's basically off the table.
Yeah. How far is the Zentradi homeworld?
That would take days, weeks. That would
Okay.
take weeks at hyperspace.
What about some other place that Keziah might suggest?
Such as?
Secret message, secret message.
Oh, I got a secret message. Is this on Facebook Messenger?
No,
Let's see what we got here. Oh,
Just right
use
here in
my
chat.
phone.
Is the message
Rex.
in Zoom? Because if so, you can toggle who
I
you
was
can
still
see.
typing
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're frantically doing your thing, and yeah, you see there's a ship nearby. It's just powering up its engines. It could get here in, we'll say, 10 rounds. So you might be blown up by then, but that's an option.
Also, I drew a beautiful rocket for us to be inside of in the roll 20.
Hell yeah.
I love it. It's
boy.
gorgeous.
Thank you. I don't know why it's a little bit pregnant, but
Well, it just wanted to be like our little shuttle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Little bulging side.
So that could help you if you survive the next minute or so.
I can possibly offer a route to some protection. However, we would have to actually survive to that protection. There is a ship not far from here that would help us.
The Emperor says, that's good to know. Thank you.
What were you going to say, Ash?
Oh, I personally think our best option is if we get out of this ship and on foot somewhere. Where the fighters can't necessarily reach us, as it were.
Okay, has any of this inspired a question for Gain Insight?
Yeah. What would be, how about like, what would be the safest way for us to get out of the ship and on some kind of land? Either the space elevator
yes.
or the...
Well, having landed on this asteroid before, you know near each dome is a shuttle bay. If you could manage to open that shuttle bay, you could get in.
Nice.
Or you could just blow through the dome, but that would decompress it, and you'd all have to get spacesuits, and that would take a while.
Yeah.
You don't know if there's that many in here because it's just his escape yacht. So it'd probably be best to do the shuttle bay. That's your answer.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I pass along the information. Don't ask how I know this. I just, I pick things up here and there.
The Emperor's like, well done, Crunch. There it is. Boop, 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 boop. Ah, they're jamming us again. Keziah, could you...
18 plus 5 is 23.
Yes, you are able to break the jamming for another little bit, and he hits the little key code, and the bay doors open up, and he's almost there, and 2 fucking giant cannon blasts hit the entire area, and just rocks come shooting up out of the ground, and he deftly like swirls around the destruction and keeps moving, now just over the open plain of the asteroid. No construction out here. And the habitat that I believe, was it Crunch escaped from there, or Keziah? It was Keziah and Shauna.
Yeah.
So Keziah, you see that the dome where the train ends.
Oh, right.
It's just like flames. Everything's escaping out into space. You see a person just...
She just
go
kind of
flying
makes
by.
like a face at it, like a disgusted face.
Yeah, one more shot like that, and it's probably curtains. You don't know how often they can shoot that thing,
But neither do they. Is what I hope. They don't know how many times they can shoot that. Hey Jeff, I know my wish for next episode.
which is...
I hope they don't know how many more times they can do that or how long it takes.
Very good. Very good. Anybody have any last words?
Don't like how
That's
you
a
phrased that.
Grim way to end the
As
episode.
opposed to fuck.
Dr. Front says, have you considered surrender?
Well, I mean, we're not going to do that, but I mean, it was a good shot. I thank you for speaking up. We won't.
It doesn't seem like surrender is what they're interested in. I mean, generally, you don't try to completely obliterate a person if you're trying to get them to surrender and be captured.
The Emperor says, it's nice of you to suggest, but I don't think I'm out of the fight just yet. And he does this kick-ass loop-de-loop, flies up and over all the destruction, and then he pushes a button and like this massive plume of fire retardant goes down into the shuttle bay and it creates this whole like fucking plume of foam as the sphere goes down whoosh, into the whole mess and goes to the edge of the train tunnel. You can barely see because of the foam, and then he hits a button and the force fields extend, and he starts cycling the oxygen. He's like, I think we can get the pressure back here as long as they don't fire before that happens. There's emergency space harnesses there, and he points at various areas around the room.
I grab one immediately.
Okay.
I think.
And
I'm going to use 2.
whip these things over your heads, and a little force field appears, and Ondashar is yanking the emergency escape hatch on the ground. Like, I don't know, there's a little area, and the whole ramp opens up, and he goes, go, 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 go! And you're supposed to go down into the foam, apparently.
Yay, more
Foam
foam
party.
balls.
I've already done this foam thing. I'd rather not.
I assume Alecto is the first one down the ramp.
Yay! Wee!
Last time we did a foam, our friend disappeared.
And a lot of people died.
I mean, a lot of people died today too, but I mean, that's just collateral damage.
All right, so you all pop down into the foam, and you see the familiar signs of a train station, and outside the foam is just being sucked out into space, so above the force field. So it's all of a sudden it's really clear, and you see that ship just looming down below, right above you, so it's filling up the view.
It's spooky.
Indeed. And the camera shoots over to the sanctuary where
Oh, no.
Beza and Zora are doing some kick-ass military shit, beating up all these baddies, taking over the engine room. And another group has taken back the bridge, and they're celebrating. And there's just bodies littered all over the place.
Beza, I fucking hate this.
Love it. This is the best. As I like when I say that I slam a guy against the wall with a force hammer. This is the best.
Lone Wolf is
Oh.
doing a fucking air guitar solo.
None of these people have any money. Just like checking pockets.
Oh,
My
no.
God.
All right, likes. Who had any likes?
I love the slide down the escape chute from Emperor Room to spaceship is very fun.
I enjoyed Crunch's like saving our hides not once but twice with quick thinking today.
Yeah.
Brilliant. What a guy.
A new record.
I agree. And I also really enjoyed at the very beginning getting to sit there and work out the problem with Gale. That was fun.
That was fun. There was a lot of collaborative stuff today that I really enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, button on the episode. That shuttle totally explodes. And now
Whoops.
that the bomb is melted.
I knew it.
That station is fucked.
Whole asteroid.
Mm.
I liked how we sort of got to like utilize Alecto's kind of like martial abilities, but from within the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, you punched a missile. Sort of.
Sort of.
In a manner of speaking.
Punch by proxy.
I enjoyed the dissing over the comms. That was very good.
Do you mean when Crunch told them they were going to die?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that was great.
Yo, you
That's
all
the-
got bombs on you.
That was the scariest Crunch has ever been.
Thanks to Keziah's modulated voice enhancement.
It's all Darth Vader.
Yeah, or the voice when someone's on television but they're under witness protection.
Yeah,
Oh, right. Yeah,
You're all going to die.
Yep.
All right, wishes for next time.
More running from explosions
Yeah.
Yay.
in slow motion.
I
think
would
we could do
like-
that.
If possible, just a real easy hallway full of guys we can punch. Like one hit point minions. They come running around the
Yes.
corner. They're completely outmatched. We each get a knockout 3 or 4, even Crunch, and then we just move on like they're nothing.
I love the even crunch at the end of that one.
Yeah.
The old paper minions.
It's just all 98-pound weaklings all the way down the corridor.
Yeah.
Crunch does like 60s Batman kung fu moves. Ow, bam, biff.
Yes.
You're like, oh no! Please stop hitting me. Why?
They're not even bad guys. We're just roughing up like a hallway full of maintenance people.
But they look bad.
Yeah. Why are they wearing jumpsuits? I mean, come on.
Right.
Classic minion.
Crunch is just afraid of traitors at this point.
Yeah, that was a whole ton of the Emperor's own people to turn all of a sudden.
It's the brain worms.
Wishes for next time.
Did you see my second message that I sent to you, Jeff?
I did.
I wish to know the secrets.
Yeah.
I wish not to fall off my stool.
Oh,
I
wow.
wish also that.
That's
I
okay.
wish you never fall off your stool.
So no stool falling.
No
No
stool
stool.
falling, which is 110% in your control, Jeff.
That's right. I will weave
Not
that
at all because
cleverly
I'm
into
clumsy.
the narrative.
I just rolled a 1 to sit down.
Oh no.
Isn't it great when you not fail, crit fail mundane tasks?
I've heard of it.
What was it?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say what was it? Like RuneScape? Or...
Yeah.
What was it? You had to like roll for every single thing. Like roll to get out of bed. Oh no, I failed. Die.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It took forever to do anything.
Right, yeah.
I don't know. I don't really have. I feel like my wish is the same as Jayme's, where I would just love a room full of punchable folk.
Room full of punchable folk.
Yeah.
Full of punchies.
Yes.
Jeez. See, the first one calls Crunch like the goat, meaning, like our
Greatest of all
current-
time.
Yeah.
But he doesn't get it.
But
He
Right,
just
he
hears
doesn't get it.
goat and goes into a berserker rage.
Yep.
yeah.
Because of that one.
One motherfucking goat.
And then it's like dominoes because they're just all standing in a perfect line for some reason.
They're those
Well, it's because they're waiting for the pizza.
wobbly punching toys.
Yeah, just like a slow motion shot of Crunch doing an uppercut on the first guy and then sending him flying back into the rest of them.
Mm.
Yes.
All right. How do people find you on the internet, Jayme?
You can go to brandoff.itch.io. I just put up a couple of new things. There is a hex crawl trifold pamphlet for Nuked, which is a post-apocalyptic sandbox you can run for free, and it's called The Denim Wasteland. There's also another adventure called Stick a Needle in Your Eye. Don't download or read that one. Just leave it.
Just leave it.
But what if I want to, Jayme?
I'm now incredibly curious.
Yeah.
Then I will have to
I haven't-
explain it in a follow-up conversation.
Now, this denim, is that in any way related to the fabric of denim?
Yes,
It
yes.
better be.
So it's a gonzo post-apocalyptic setting, and one of the major factions is the Brotherhood of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. And they're seeking a legendary pair of pants that's said to fit anyone who wears it. They have power armor.
That's tremendous.
Oh, man.
And that's for Newt?
Nuked. Yeah, it's kind of like a simple D&D style post-apocalyptic system. And I liked it because I saw Fallout and gotten a big post-apocalyptic kick, and I wrote this thing.
That's badass.
That's it.
Ash.
Oh, you can just find me on Blue Sky and Mastodon as Dr. Mod, DOKQRMOD. And yeah, I don't do anything cool like Jayme. So
You just are cool.
Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
So
I just
cool.
just exist being cool.
Kristy.
I have some short stories up for free on a website called Vocal. They're under my full name, so that's kind of long. Look for a link in the show notes.
And AJ.
Huh? Did you say my name? I didn't
Plug.
hear.
Yes.
Okay.
AJ.
All right. So, Twitter, not Twitter now anymore, X, I guess. AJ_Ganaros. That's GANAROS. That's where you can find me there. Instagram and TikTok, AJ_the_Slayer. Blue Sky, just AJ the Slayer. And also, I have another podcast that I'm on. It's called Christmastide Ohio, and you can listen to me and a bunch of other people talk like children and solve mysteries around a town.
Kick ass. You can find me on all the socials at El Jefe Tacoma. You can email us, shatteredworldspod@gmail.com. We're on Twitter at SWRPGpod. Facebook group, True Heroes of Shattered Worlds RPG. And yeah, I think that's all of my stuff. Oh, Omniversal Escapades. We might have Jayme on again to do a Lucid City RPG. That's his game. It's like a Dark City type thing. And then we also have a D&D campaign in a cowboy and western setting that we're doing now. So yeah. guess that'll do it. Thank you all for some of the best. Such wonderful people. I love spending time with you. So thanks for making my day extra special. Oh man, about halfway through I was like, this is so embarrassing.
Stop it. No,
No.
absolutely not.
Aw.
Bask
Those are
in
good
it. We
feelings.
love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Emotions are good, Jeff.
Emotions
This is
are
good
good.
game, and we're having fun as friends.
We're sending internet hugs at you.
Oh my god. Well, thank you everybody. Enjoy
Oh, we
your
can't
week.
hear you.
Your
You
mic cut
can't
out
hear
again.
me?
No,
It's happening
There
again?
you go.
Yeah. Now
Oh,
you're good.
Fuck. I hope it's not my actual mic.
At least it didn't happen until the end. So
That's right.
Right.
That's right. Thank you for listening. Have fun. Be good to each other. And we'll see you next time. Keep it rolling.
yeah.
I will return to us, find you, girl, and make you one of us. I'm taking off.
Shout out to Space Knife for letting us use their track I'm Taking Off, Shield Your Eyes from their Into the Black Hole EP. Thanks, Space Knife. Keep it rolling.
I'm taking off.
Also, exploding our
I can't hear
pilot
you,
friend.
Kristy.
Can't hear me at all.
Oh, now I can. No, it was just the first few words for some reason.
You gotta curse at your microphone.
Just give it a good
Yeah.
fuck real quick. Just like a damn.
Fuck, damn.
There we go.
I found the source of the rumbling. It's my own tummy.
Wow. Betrayed by your own tum tum. What a way to go.
This is a real like Winnie the Pooh problem right now.
It'd be your
Yes.
own tum tum that get you sometimes.
Hear my rumbly tumbly.
I'm just trying to think of a voice from Winnie the Pooh that I can do, and I'm not confident.
I feel like you'd have a strong Eeyore.
Yes.
You have a nice bass.
Oh. Oh boy.
If it rains today, don't blame me.
Another day of disappointment.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a bad podcast. I can feel it.
Watch how low the rolls will be. Natural one again.
Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, fun.
Fun.
Question mark?
I see some fun stuff was happening over in the chat.
I'm just saying we have a good business idea in there if you'd like it.
Shattered Worlds mini golf.
Hmm.
I like it.
The P in TTRPG stands for putt putt.
Yes.